Hey everybody, thanks for jumping on here quickly. Have kind of an odd thing that kind of look at today. Just one simple DHL package, but has something pretty exceptional. Um, so this should be a super quick, video. Always love to see these yellows arrive without the red tape. That means that they've been like opened by some governmental agency along the way. And this is an atypical one for me in the sense that it is about cricket cards, which I think most of you know. I have a small collection, but this is certainly it's a unique opportunity to come and get some a pretty rare set or near set of cards. So always dangerous to kind of dig into these on the side here, but certainly also want to see. Um, yeah, hey JT, yeah, not you know what? I don't have a ton of cricket stuff either, but it's just fun to see rare things, right? And so this particular set, if I can get some of this tape off, or near set, is um, a set of cards known as McNiven's, and it's a very tough set to find that was published for the 19. I don't know exactly how it's packaged inside. For the 1928-29 Ashes competition. And the cool thing about it is it has a bunch of English greats, but it also has the famed rare rookie card of Don Bradman, which, for those of you who don't know, may be the most statistically goat of the goats, meaning like he was so much better than anyone that came after him or was his contemporary. At least when you look at it at the the test run average, which was nearly 100, and in history, I think most of the best other top players over all time through the world are like in the mid 50s to 60, and he's nearly at 100. So I mean, he was just, I think if you do the math, like 60% better than anyone else, at least in that particular format, which is, again, I'm not a super cricket fan watching it, although I did watch a bit of it while I lived in Singapore for 5 years. Um, but it just, he is like, if you're a goat collector, you absolutely have to collect him. And then there are other goats from the English team in here. All right. So here we go. Here is the checklist. So this is a near set of the cricketers, and it's a 40 card set, and it's missing four of the English players And then one, two, three, four of the Australians. And so these cards, and I'll take them out. Actually, it's going to take a little bit longer here for me to, because I'm actually going to put these into Card Savers right away, and I'll show you the big card right off the bat here, so you can appreciate this. And this is actually a okay. This is even better than what I expected in terms of condition when I asked for pictures and scans, which is always great. And I'll show you the back of these. Now, I think why this set is so elusive, I don't think we really know. We just know that the last time a near set came up was in the year like 2000. And I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, cricket people, please let me know, and let me know in the comments or correct anything I say that's wrong. Again, I don't hold myself out to be the expert in cricket cards that I tend to be in soccer cards. But what the last full set that I think sold was in Christie's in like the year 2000. I could have it wrong, could be 2002. And then every year it seems like a few cards show up and sell individually. But this particular card, which is the rookie card of Don Bradman, has not been seen as far as I know in the last 20 years. I know there's a number of these in the hands of Australian collectors, which is where they generally belong. Look at this though, nice rounded corners. These are just some nice general wear and tear, and a really nice back. A lot of these backs have just been thrashed. So still, I'm guessing if we can get these graded, probably a PSA 2. And then you have his full name, where most of the cards in the set actually just have an initial. It's really nice to see his full name. And this is the rare McNivens. There are two different back variations. This is the toffee bars one. I'm forgetting what the other one is right now, but it's some. It looks the exact same. Instead of toffee, it's something else. Can't really remember that. So this one is the main reason why I got this set. But guess what? There are some other amazing names in this set. The most important three, I'd say. Let me see. Probably say are the Hobbs, Sutcliffe, and Hammond cards. So let me get these out. All right, man, these are actually in way better shape than I thought. I mean, at least from an eye appeal perspective. Technical grades, I'm pretty sure these are going to end up being low, just because the nice rounded corners usually tops out at a 3. But look at this one here. This is the Jack Hobbs card. Again, rounded corners, but look at this really nice back. And Jack Hobbs had he's one of those guys that had the mid 50s average in the test runs. So he's absolutely a pre-war goat. If you search like best cricket players of all time, you'll generally see his name show up. Certainly, if you don't limit yourself to to post-war players, and you go back to the pre-war. So absolutely crazy, and I have to assume that for all of these guys, the McNivens are some of their rarest cards, and really pretty here. Look at that. I mean, great action shot with the ball right there. It's awesome. So that's pretty cool. And it's amazing that I was able to find this set. I'm also going to try to get it graded by PSA now. And again, out of the 40 cards, I think I'm missing, what did I say, 8? So there's 32 of the 40 cards here. And here is the Herbert Sutcliffe card. Looks like a baseball player there, right? And he's he also is one of the guys with higher than 50. See if I can find the number. Yeah, it's like close to 60, I think, average. Now remember, that's versus Bradman's 99.9, right? But still absolutely amazing goat for out of English cricket. So, you've got, in this set of 40 cricketers, you have in total what? Yeah, four of probably certainly the top 10 pre-war cricketers, I would say. And, certainly arguably, four of the top 20 cricketers of all time, potentially. Maybe that's a stretch. And so here, this next one is Wally Hammond, and it is very cool as well. I'll show you what this one looks like. I love the images, and I'm not sure I've seen any of these images on other cards, which is sometimes common. This one's got a little bit more scuffed up of a back. So those are the four, but I'll tell you, every card in this set, at least I've been told by a number of different collectors, even these commons can bring in, 300 to $1,000, and, and I'd say that based on the backs that you see here and some of the cuts that you see, like here's a particularly bad one, a bad cut. We got really lucky in what I'll call the 4 key cards, which really is putting, in my mind, you'd have this one absolutely huge with these really huge ones behind it. I think even these on their own are an absolutely big deal, but in the presence of this Bradman rookie card are much more difficult. So again, not probably the most exciting thing for non-cricket people, but I'm really excited to take these, see if I can get the set graded. And again, one of these hasn't been seen, as far as I know. I could be wrong, at auction for more than 20 years. So when you're talking about a goat of a sport, imagine an Alifa Pele or something like that not coming up in 20 years. That's pretty crazy stuff. And again, all of these other issues are very. I mean, all these other cards are very um, coticiada, desired by cricket collectors. So I will just again show you some of these. Oops, sorry about the lighting here, guys. You can see some of the different poses. Maybe I'm missing a player or two that should be recognized, but at least from my mind and my research, super happy to get, especially these 4. And, I haven't decided if I'm going to let some of these other ones go to kind of offset my investment here in these cards, or if I should, make it a project to go after this this cricket set, given that I have the key cards now. So I don't know. I'll keep an eye out, see how things go. That's the way that I normally look at things, and we'll make it up. Yeah, well, wow, yeah. So certainly, again, Ray, I think you're probably late to join here, but yeah, I think there are a number of Australian collectors that are said to have both back variations. So this isn't the rarest card. Like I'd take my 57 Pele probably over this in terms of rarity, but it's they tend to be in pretty strong hands, so you just don't see these come up very often, which is my point. Um, yeah. So, and this is another important thing. So, yeah. So, the word is, yeah, certainly in Jody's book, um, it said they're labeled as 1929. These are made for the Ashes, which is, I think, if I check the date, I think it's like November 28 to February 29. So I think there's a very strong case these are 28 to 29s, regardless. Anyway, I will, yeah, regardless, super rare, super early issue, one that I'm really, really excited, to see. And I do think that they are, at least based on my research, more common than the Hoadleys. Although the Hoadleys are awesome as well. I think two of them sold in the last year. So pretty excited to have this one that hasn't shown up, and to my knowledge still hasn't been at auction. So you definitely don't see these or the Hoadleys, but it's pretty cool stuff. So that was it for today, guys. I'm gonna have probably another thing on Friday, which will be a lot longer, which will include some returns from the vault and a bunch of other, well, not a bunch, but a few really, really interesting soccer cards that are coming in on the DHLs. Thanks, Ray. Yep, it's super. This actual copy, the back is really amazing. It's just so clean. Now, again, it's probably going to grade a PSA 2 because of the rounded corners and just how tough they are. But if this is a baseball card, I wouldn't be surprised if this graded a 4. So happy to have it. Don't have a whole else left to don't have a whole lot else to mention. So yeah, wow, that's a PSA 5. That's huge. That's huge. Yeah, PSA 5 is just a huge one. So um all right, guys. Well, if nobody has anything else for the day, any other comments for cricket or for soccer, I'll get to taking these out of the sheets and putting them in individual card savers and start on the what's sure to be a long, long process. So I may be reaching out to you, Ray, or Luke, about checklists and sites that I can use to see if I can get ultimately PSA to grade them. And certainly Ray will know that that's no easy task. It takes a lot of effort, but I think the effort here will be worth it and good for the cricket hobby. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that little reveal. I was a little nerve wracked, got stuck for a while in transit, and that's all I got for today, gentlemen. Unless anybody has anything else in um, the chat. I'm assuming that yeah. So yeah, I mean Ray is, of course. I think a lot of you guys will know that he's got some of the amazing Grace cards, including not only the Circus Girl, but a couple of the amazing um, shields, Bane shields. So those are awesome, and I think that it's nice to have a kind of a tight cricket collection focused on a few players and a few of the key issues. So anyway, always picking up interesting things from around the world that have some specific meaning, and I think this card particularly does. So that's why I wanted to share it with you guys when it came in today. If you can, like this video, subscribe if you're not, and I would appreciate it. And again, look forward to Friday, where I'll do a much bigger bust on things coming back from vaults, which would include lots of auction wins as well as a couple of mail items from Europe this time. So thanks everybody. Have a great day, and take care out there. See you on the Discord. If you're new, you can see the Discord link below. It's the Vintage Soccer Discord, but we do have a cricket channel if you are interested in cricket and F1 and other ones. So thanks so much, everybody. Take care. Bye bye.